Shalom. First off, I want to say, Call Halal and YAHAWASHI, like YAHAWASHI. That's all praise and glory to the Heavenly Father Yahweh. In the name of God and Son, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. I want to say, honors and salutations to you, Akim, doing his work of truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
This is y'all can come from the hard dive from the Grand Rapids camp.
Rod Kakama from the Grand Rapids Israelites camp.
So today we're gonna just get into a little Renaissance history concerning the Lord, how he looked, how the Heavenly Father Son looked, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, which is his true name in the ancient or Paleo-Hebrew is YAHAWASHI. And we're gonna get into some scriptures of how he looked, and we're gonna compare those scriptures to what man teaches. And the man I'm thinking about in particular is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. It's what he's known as in the Bible, in the older scriptures, because he has cast covering over the whole world into thinking that the Lord is a so-called white man. So, can you give me Job 9:24 real quick?
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right, that's a clear indication right there. Who's ruling the earth? The wicked is ruling the earth. Who's ruling the earth? The so-called white man. All right, because contrary to popular belief, there is a wicked seed and there's a righteous seed. Okay, and the so-called white man, he's the wicked seed. Okay, and the so-called Negro man, the so-called Latino man, the so-called Native man, we're the righteous seed. Okay, so the earth is given to the hand of the wicked.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is it?
Right, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Right, so the main judge that the world know is the image of so-called Jesus Christ. Right, and that's a big covering that's been cast over the world, especially our people, the Israelites, because
now take a look at this image.
Yeah.
Apostle Gabar had already went to this image. It's more like, Serapis, the long hair and the beard, or because like YAHAWASHI has, as the scriptures say, woolly texture hair. So even the image that they have in here is really not an accurate depiction of YAHAWASHI. Because a lot of Israelites started worshiping, Serapis.
That's it.
Integrated it with Christianity.
So when you go to certain so-called churches, right, and you look at the images, they have a so-called white man, which, when you do the research, is nothing more than Cesare Borgia. Okay, the son of Alexander the sixth, the second pope of Rome, and they put his son. Well, also he's known as Rodrigo Borgia as well. Some people always say Redrick, but his son Cesare was the image that was portrayed as the Lord. Okay, and that all came during this Renaissance period. Okay, and in this book, like the brother was saying, some of the images is off, but the thing I wanted to point out to you is, though they have certain type of hair on the Lord, and we know the Lord has woolly hair, the point is that the images is still brown pigmentation, or dark brown pigmentation skinned people. All right, let you know that the Lord and Mary, or Miriam, the Lord's mother, was a so-called black woman, and he was a so-called black child. Okay.
Right. So just like like it says here in Job 9:24, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. That's how you go through these icons. You'll find that these Edomites did a lot of iconoclasm, which is pretty much defacing the images to make it look more these images look more like Edomites
Come.
because they wanted to cover the fact that, you know, Jake and a lot of the different lands over in Europe, from Spain all the way to Russia. This book is called Russian Icons.
Come.
You know, you had a lot of Jakes over there that were in rulership.
Yep.
And they wanted to keep this, you know, these type of images, you know, away from Jake to not figure out that we were the people, the holy people of the covenant ruling in these lands.
Now, I'm going to show you a quick glance at it, minus the shrinking type hair, but you can see that if you look right here, the skin type, you see that's about dark brown as my skin, or moderate brown like my skin. You know, you could tell there, you know, that it was a brown skin or so-called black woman and so-called black baby. Okay, same right here. Okay, you can tell that them so-called black people, man, and they basically, it says middle of the 1600 or 16th century, Central Russia. So this is all a part of the Renaissance, which means rebirth. And it's rebirth of the so-called white man coming back into power. And he put up, like your brother said, the iconoclasm. He went into changing the images. Okay, because prior to him coming in the rulership, we knew that the Lord was a so-called black man, and the Heavenly Father was a so-called black man, right? Yeah, please let me go now.
You want Revelation 1 and 13?
Huh.
Alright. It's Revelation chapter 1, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
mm-hmm.
clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
So this is the Saint John the Revelator. This is the vision of what he saw when the Lord appeared to him. Okay.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
All right,
white
now,
in color and woolly in texture.
That's right.
And when you look at a sheep, for instance, you know, a sheep has a wool-like texture to its fur, which is similar to, you know, the so-called Negroes here. You know, as white. So Lord had his hair completely white and woolly in texture.
The scriptures tell you wisdom making a man's face to shine.
Right.
All right.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, because the Lord drank wine. And his feet like unto fine brass, and brass, we already know when you look that up is a derivative of brown, as if they burn in a furnace.
Yeah, if I may, brass. I work at this plating shop, right? And they plate all kind of metals, right? And all our brass parts are the solid pure brass, and brass is a light brown, okay? And so when you burn something, it automatically turns dark, right? That's common knowledge, okay? So if you take a piece of brass, which is already light brown, the brother says the derivative of brown because it's a light brown, and you burn it, and say burn as past tense, it's not going to come out a lighter brown. It's going to come out a dark brown because you just burnt it. Anything that burns turns dark. Okay? Go ahead.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
He had a deep voice. Okay? So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called natives, we have deep voices for the most part, you know? Just like the Lord. You know, the Lord had a very deep voice. Okay? Very deep voice.
This is I don't know. I might be jumping ahead with this precept.
Give me Hebrews 7:14 real quick. So now we got the image, all right, of how the Lord looked, right? So his feet look like burnt brass, okay. When you Google burnt brass, okay. Matter of fact, I had it pulled up. You can just Google burnt brass, and it'll show you burnt brass.
You ready for it?
Slack you one second. Let me pull this image real quick. All right, I'm gonna show you some pictures of burnt brass. Okay. All right. This right here is images of burnt brass, and as you can see, it's a dark brown. All right.
This is Hebrews 7:14.
Mm-hmm.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
All right. Judah is the lead tribe of Israel.
Which so his lineage sprang out of Judah through the line of King David.
Right.
Through the seed of David through Joseph.
Right. So, right. So he's the seed of David.
Which this proves, that whole immaculate conception. Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood, because the priesthood belonged unto the Levites.
Mm-hmm. Real quick precept. This is Romans 1 and 3. I'm sorry, 1. Romans 1 and 1. Say, Paul, a servant of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of the Heavenly Father, which he had promised afore by his prophets in the Holy Scriptures, concerning his son, YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. Let's back up the scripture. And back up what the brother said. He's from the seed of David, because the scriptures speak about reincarnation. Okay, and how can he be the seed of David? Because when the Lord came to the earth, when the Lord came to the earth, one of the people he came as was King Solomon. Okay,
and you got to understand reincarnation to be able to receive that mystery.
We're not going to go deep onto reincarnation on this lesson, but that's for another lesson, Aparatazar. But that was basically a key giveaway of one of his reincarnations. Okay, he came as Solomon, which was the son of David,
as Isaac.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also Isaac. It's there's many others.
And Melchizedek.
Yep.
Melchizedek.
Yep. Melchizedek. Yep. Mm-hmm. It tell you that in Hebrews, Yeah. You can read the Hebrews. It tell you some of the reincarnations of the Lord. So okay, you can say we're making up things, but the scriptures say otherwise. Because we're only reading to you what the scripture says. Okay. So.
Not to mention, the things of the spirit. Natural man can't receive that. So you have to be spiritual to be able to receive that.
That's it. You have to be an Israelite to receive the special gifts that or secrets that Heavenly Father gives. You have to be one of His chosen men. So the Lord sprang out of the tribe of Judah. Okay. Now let's see how the tribe of Judah looked, because we already read to you how the Lord looked, and you visualize it. You know what I mean? When you envision it, he come up as a so-called black man. Okay. Burnt brass skin and woolly textured hair. Now, there's only one people that's on this earth that look like that, which are the Negroes over here in America. Okay, and you have people that look similar to them, like the so-called Ethiopians, which is the Cushites of one of Ham's sons. But that's two totally different people. And matter of fact, let's get that.
Yeah, I'll bring that one out. That's precept out in Amos. Just to back you up on what you just said. This is Amos 9:7. Are ye not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel?
Right, and in the Ethiopians, their lineage goes back to Ham or Ham. Yeah,
Yeah, they're the Cushites.
Real quick, this is the
and Cush actually means to be burnt. So going back to the melanated pigmentation. So just like the children of Israel are have melanin, just as well. But the Ethiopians or the Cushites, they're Hamitic, but the Israelites we're Shemitic.
Now, this is real quick. This is Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. To you brothers just tuning in and you haven't seen it before, this is how it looks. This is so-called white scholars, white Jewish scholars. So this is Ham. Definition of Ham. It says Ham, perhaps hot. And how you say it in our language is Kham. Okay, it says the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood, because you had Noah, his 3 sons, and they all had a wife. So it's 8 people total that survived the flood when YAHAWASHI flooded the earth. Okay, it says he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. So that's a clear distinction between the so-called Negroes or so-called black people over here in America and throughout the islands and throughout the 4 corners of the earth that have been scattered by way of slavery by ships. You know what I'm saying?
And just another, quick note, that also proves that, people who have melanin have always been, the dominant species, dominant people walking the earth, before these Edomites or before the lineage of Cain that was completely wiped out during the flood.
Good. Before he came back as Esau. That's reincarnation. Okay, so it says he became the progenitor of the father of the dark races, not the Negroes, right? Now the Negroes, the so-called Negroes, are a dark race, right? But it didn't come from him. So the so-called white or so-called Jewish scholars, they actually got that right, okay? So where did the Negroes come from, okay? Because they have burnt brass skin, okay, and they have woolly textured hair. So where did they come from, okay? Where so-called Jesus come from, right? He has burnt brass skin and woolly hair, okay? He born in Israel? Is not he a Hebrew from the Israelite nation or the nation of Israel? All right. So that's a clear link between the so-called black men over here in America, man, and where they scattered to, man. But not just the so-called Negroes. You have some of the Latin tribes or some of the Northern Kingdom, like myself. We have some of us have woolly textured hair too. All right, because we are part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, and that's a clear indication that we are those people whom the scriptures speak about. You know what I mean?
Which lets you know that those Israelis or those fake Jews that's over in our land right now, they're not the real Jews. Just by physical appearance, for what the scriptures testify of, and also through prophecies, which we're getting into. I don't say none of the prophecies.
And why he hold Jeremiah 14:2, please? It says he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites, right? And it also tell you where you can find that, Genesis 10th chapter, okay? So
you even got Edomites that swear up and down that they was the Egyptians.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for one, I already come across several articles where these Edomites get burnt in the sun.
Come on.
So
that's another cut to you, man. You Edomites, man.
We can go into leprosy at some point.
That's right. Well, we're gonna get Abba Radazak. We're gonna touch on that. Okay. So he said he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. All right, and you can find that in Genesis the 10th chapter. Okay. So clearly, that's a clear distinction between the so-called Negroes over here in America versus the stinky, funky, Hamitic people. And I do mean stinky and funky, man. The so-called black men over here, they love smell good stuff, man. There's a clear distinction between us and them. Our people are lively people, first and foremost, okay? Those people are dead, man. Nobody wants to be like a damn African. But I do see people like the Negroes over in America, okay?
Now, the reason why all of this is important to understand is because pretty much like, as far as all the lies that's been put out, as far as, these fake Jews being over in our land, claiming our heritage, and then, they wanted to make us seem like, we were just some Hamites that just came over here that they took into slavery. You know, it's to you know, pretty much just publish the truth, because you know no lies are the truth. You know, and also it destroys you know, Esau's image of the so-called white man's image of being the righteous. You know, when they were created to be the wicked. And it further exposes them as being the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
All right, this is talking about the tribe of Judah. Just mentioned Judah, all right?
They are black unto the ground.
They are black unto the ground. The Hebrew word there for black is quadar, which means dark skin. Okay, or dark like unto. You know what I'm saying? The ground, not the grass, talking about the ground, the soil itself, is brown. And the deeper you go, the darker brown it gets. Like a farmer, and they look for good ground, they look for that deep, dark, rich soil, or deep, dark, brown soil of the ground, because they know it's rich in minerals, and it's rich in nutrients to help that seed nourish up into a crop, or to bring forth good crop, okay? Because, you know, they know the difference between good and bad soil. But the tribe of Judah resembled the soil, or the ground, you know? The ground is brown. If we was talking about grass, we would say grass. The scriptures are specific, okay? They are black unto the ground. They resemble the ground, okay? That's a clear cut, okay? Real quick.
And the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. It didn't say they are white like the clouds. It didn't say nothing like that. Say they are black unto the ground, meaning they resemble the ground. It didn't say they red like a dye or something, which, because you so-called white people are not white, man. You red, man. It said they are black unto the ground. So that's whom the world called Jews. Either you belong to the tribe of Judah, or you belong to the southern kingdom, which is the kingdom of Judah, okay? And you can't get around that, okay? I'm going to read it from the so-called white scholars book too, right here. This is Jew. It says Jew. Originally, it denoted one belonging to the tribe of Judah. See, or to the two tribes of the southern kingdom, which really it was three tribes of the southern kingdom. You go into the actual account, because the tribe of Benjamin actually stayed, okay, when the split came, okay.
Well, Levi, you know, because Levi, you know, well, they were in various parts of all throughout Israel.
But, outskirts of
outskirts of all throughout Israel. But when the 10 tribes left, because this even includes Dan at the time, Dan was absorbed into you know, the tribes. You know, Levi actually stayed behind. With the southern kingdom.
So it backs up. It still backs up that the word or the term Jew comes from one belonging to the tribe of Judah or the southern kingdom. Okay, and that's the point. So today, who are those tribes of the southern kingdom? You have Judah, you have Benjamin, you have Levi. Judah is the Negroes, the so-called Negroes, the so-called black people, the so-called African Americans. You have Levi, the so-called Haitian descent, okay, and you have Benjamin, that consists of so-called Jamaican West Indies, okay, and that's a clear indication of what the term Jew is talking about, man. So that backs up. This actually backs up the scriptures, which you don't need. The scriptures backs itself up, but it's basically the scholars that made this book, they know that term come from that. Okay. You know something else?
I got one precept. This is John chapter 14, verse 8. Philip saith unto him, Lord, show us the Father, and it sufficeth us. YAHAWASHI saith unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
He that has seen me has seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? So Yahawashi clearly just said to Philip, you know, that if you seen me, you pretty much seen the Most High Yahweh. You know, you seen
like
my
father.
You know,
That's pretty much what Yahawashi is saying. I look like my father. I'm a dark complexion man like my father. I have woolly hair like my father. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that.
This is Hebrews chapter 1 verse. I'll start at 2 just so you can understand. I'll start at 1.
Yeah, I was holding it earlier.
Yahweh, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
By the prophets, okay.
Which is happening today, which is happening now.
We are them prophets. Start with the elder apostles of Great Millstone, okay?
Hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds, who being the brightness of his glory and the express image.
The express image
of his person.
Of his person. Okay? The express image the scriptures give you is that he's a so-called black man, okay? The express image of the Heavenly Father, when you go to Daniel, the 7th chapter, you start at the 9th verse, it tell you that the Heavenly Father, you know what I'm saying, had hair, it says the hair of his head like the pure wool. Does not his son have woolly hair? How does his son look? Like a so-called black man, you would say today. Okay? So that means the Heavenly Father is a so-called black man, okay? I don't see no heathen nations like that. I mean, you might, like I said earlier, the Cushites from the line of Ham, Cush, they look similar to us, okay? But that's it, But still, we have the pure, as far as our people, some of us have the pure wool texture,
But, I mean, even bringing this out this information, you still got Negroes that will still have the image of Caesar Borgia in their house. Thinking that color doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, you know that.
Because, they still want to be, have this watered down version of Christianity, so to speak. Which really ain't Christianity. It's the worship of Serapis, like the apostles have already did a lesson on.
And so, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, we're able to cast down these false images and to exalt the real, true, express image of the Heavenly Father's Son, okay? Whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, which is named YAHAWASHI, man. We know how he looks, so when he comes back, we know what to expect.
I'm going to read one precept hitting on that note, too. This is John 14:6. Yahawashi saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
But by me. Okay.
And if ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth you know him and have seen him.
That's a cut, man. That's a cold cut, as the Apostle Carl would say. That's a cold cut. Alright? We just read to you that Yahawashi is a so-called black man, okay? We know that he look like his father. So his father has to be a so-called black man. What? Hair like a pure wool.
Yeah, the express image.
The express image, okay?
As a matter of fact, I mean, if you don't mind pulling up another tab and, pulling that up on Blue Letter, then, I see you got images of Yahawashi.
Oh, yeah.
But just to, expound even further on that point.
That was, what scripture is that?
So, going through all this, you know that the children of Israel are people of dark skin. That shows, that this book was, for our people. you know, because this points back to our heritage as being the true, holy and righteous seed of Israel, and not these Edomites. You know that which is very important because you know we pushing His word out for the hopeful elect to come back and be sealed to those that would believe through faith. You know?
That's it. We're not out here for all Israel.
Yeah. Because one thing, you know, as far as all of Israel, you know, they can't come into this for one because the Most High have them set aside for judgment, and two, they will have to take on the responsibility knowing that they're Israelites. So just by, I mean, that's why we get a lot of flack, you know, when we going into the color of YAHAWASHI. You know, we get Jakes that scoff a lot, and you get a lot of Edomites that scoff a lot, you know. We have people damn near ready to fight us just for bringing out the color of YAHAWASHI.
Man. And be serious, too. They be dead serious, like, man.
So, that's one of the dominant strongholds that's over, you know, 2/3 of Israel.
This is,
also in calling His name in the Hebrew as well. You know, they still want to cling to Jesus, which is Greek.
It says Strong's definitions is from the Greek.
What word did you?
It says
for express image. Or?
Yeah, express image. It says character. Character. Let's. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but let's listen to it real quick.
Strong's G 5481. Character.
Oh, character. Slaki. Character.
Close enough.
Yeah, that was close, you know. But it says
it's better to be pork than to speak Greek anyway.
It says Strong's definition. They kind of redid the blue letter, so it's kind of they send you through loops a little bit. You got to know, you know, it's not your computer. You got to really click the right things, you know, because the way they revised it is kind of crappy. But it says Strong's definition. It says a graver. I said the tool or the person.
So when you graving an image, I mean, you making an image, you know, carving an image to look like a certain specific thing.
The person.
When YAHAWASHI was created, He was created in the image of His Father.
It says express image.
Yeah. So
it says engraving, the figure stamp, an exact copy.
Exact copy.
Cut, man. Or says an exact copy or figuratively representation express image. All right.
Repeat that last part one more time.
It says an exact copy or figuratively representation. It also says express image. So there you have it, you know. So when you, because by the way, I made this video based upon you know, these theologian guys, man. You know, you guys are bugged out, man. And you guys, I watched the video Apostle Sahara put up, and the guy was like, you know, they talk about our white Jesus. It's like, look, bro, you in a deep sleep, man. Matter of fact, can you grab Isaiah 6:9, please? And after that, can you grab Romans 11:7, please? Because this, I'm going to show you why you can't get this, man. Okay? Because the scripture says it's plain to him that understand it, man. And roughly paraphrasing, and you guys, and then it also says, he that is spiritual searches all things. It's like you said, the spiritual searches all things. So, you guys are not spiritual, man. This is plain how the Lord look, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you get that misconstrued, you know? You got, go ahead.
And I also got a precept to follow up with.
Come on.
This is Isaiah 6, verse 9. And it said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not.
Hear ye indeed, but understand not.
And see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart or the mind of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Convert and be healed. Now I'm going to go into the etymology of convert. It's read that last part again, Hawk.
And understand with their heart, and convert and
your
be
heart
healed.
meaning your mind. Okay, Shlaki, go ahead.
And convert and be healed.
And be healed. Now let's go into the word convert. Okay.
Because when you receive this truth, you know, through the Spirit of Yahawashi suffering with you, you know, you are healed. You know, you receive, you know, the remission for your sins.
He said that.
Yahawashi has made an atonement for you through receiving this truth.
Remember, Yahawashi said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." You know.
So you know, it's purposely done that the Most High has it to where 2/3 of our people are blinded from it and can't receive it, even though they see us out there on the highways and hedges. You know, they hear this, but it goes in one ear and out the other. They see the images that we got out there. They see us preaching with the Bible, but yet they're not still able to make the distinction that, you know, we're the Israelites. You know, that we're making a call to our people to come back to the Lord Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, you know, in their ancient biblical names.
Their true names.
To call after. You know, they can't perceive that. You know, because they were purposely set aside to not be able to see that.
It says convert. It's from the Latin convertir. It says con means altogether, vertir means to turn. And then it says convertir, turn around. So if we bring out the truth to present it to you, to get out of this bugged out state you in, or the spiritual dead state you in, you know what I'm saying? We're telling you to turn around from this foolishness, turn around from your this backsliding, turn around from going into these vain philosophies that the so-called white man pushes out. You know what I'm saying? We tell you to turn around from the way of man, turn back to the ways that Yahawashi set before us. Shalaki. You know what I mean? So it says, Old French convertir, turn around, send in a different direction. What direction we trying to send you in? Into the righteous direction. We trying to send you into the direction of life. Okay? Not to the direction of destruction, but the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, have you blocked, okay? From getting it, because it's only for the elect, okay? You got that out?
Yeah, this is the 2 Thessalonians. I'll start at verse. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth.
The love of the truth. The love of the truth is the Heavenly Father and His Son are so-called black men, and the Heavenly Father Yahweh sent His only begotten Son, Yahawashi, to die for the Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called blacks or Negroes, the so-called Latinos or Hispanic, the so-called natives or Indios or Native American people, okay? He only died for our people, all right? Start with the elect, you know? All right?
That they might be saved.
That they might be saved. Who be saved? Israel being saved. What portion of Israel? The elect and the 1/3 being saved, okay? 2/3 got to taste that second death, okay? You'll be saved eventually. You'll come back in the kingdom in your right mind. Then you have to go through this bugged out state. The more you be in your right mind, you'll be perfectly programmed by the Yahawashi to be righteous and to execute righteous judgment. You know, we're going to have the laws, commandments, and statutes in our inward parts, like the scriptures say. Like the Lord say He's going to do. Okay, go ahead.
And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusions.
Strong delusions, right? You believe that the Lord is a so-called white man, but the scriptures say otherwise. And you can read it through and through. You profess to know the scriptures, but obviously you don't know the scriptures. Talking about our white Jesus. Look here, man. You don't know the scriptures, man. We know the scriptures. We've been given this truth through YAHAWASHI and the men he said to teach us, okay? Obviously you ain't part of that fold, my man. So you need to fall back, okay?
That they should believe a lie.
That they should believe a lie. Everything the so-called white man put out is a lie, okay?
That they all might be damned or condemned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
And that's what you guys have pleasure in, unrighteousness, man. You condemn because you don't believe the truth, man. We present you with the truth, okay? That's why Paul said that in Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And that's how you done us, man. We present you with the truth, and you against us, man. We're not telling you a lie. We're not asking you for no tithes and offering. We give you the truth for free, okay? Freely you have received, freely give, okay? Do we have a collection plate when we out in the highways and hedges teaching? No. No, we do not. We give you this raw truth for free, my man. All right? Go ahead, Doc.
But we are bound to give thanks always to YAHAWASHI for you, brethren beloved of the Lord, because Yahweh from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth.
That's the elect.
Whereunto he called you by our gospel to the obtaining of
good news. Gospel means good news. Like it. Go ahead, Doc.
To the obtaining of the glory of our Lord YAHAWASHI HaMashiach.
That's plain, man. The elect was given this truth from the foundation, man. Okay. Can I get Romans 11:7, please, Doc?
Romans 11:7.
Go, yeah. So that's pretty much sums up the precepts the brother just read, what you just read, and you know, it's just a clear cold cut, man. The reason why you theologians like vocab no class cologne, okay? G-man, okay? This is the reason why y'all bugged out. You can't receive it, okay? Read it out.
Romans 11:7. What then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for?
What then Israel as a whole have not obtained that which he seeketh for, okay?
But the election have obtained it.
The election have obtained it, okay? It didn't say all Israel have obtained it. The election. The chosen of the chosen. That YAHAWASHI chosen from the foundation of the earth have obtained it, okay? Go ahead, Doc.
Going back to John,
17? Yeah, John 17, come on.
And the rest were blinded.
And the rest were blinded, okay? 2/3 are blinded, man. You won't receive this truth, man. You might well give it up, my man. You can't make the Most High give you this truth. No. The Most High created you, fool, by way of his son, okay? And if he don't want you to get it, you ain't gonna get it. It's up to YAHAWASHI for you to get it. We didn't wake up one day and say, oh, we're gonna get this truth. YAHAWASHI put this truth in us through his men that he said to teach, okay?
According as it is written, Yahweh hath given them the spirit of slumber.
You in a deep sleep, my man. You in a sleep like you done worked a 12-hour day on a hard labor job, man. You can't even get up. Spiritually, you spiritually that sleep, man. You in a deep comatose sleep, man. Okay, you can't even wake up, man. Unless YAHAWASHI wants you to wake up, okay? He don't, because YAHAWASHI the only one to wake you up, my man. We can't wake you up. We only woke up because of YAHAWASHI, man. We didn't just wake up one day. No. The Lord woke us up, man. Okay? Ezekiel 37 chapter took place. Okay? The elect is waking up to this truth, okay? Go ahead, Doc.
Eyes that they should see and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
Until this day, you can't get it. You didn't get it back then, you're going to get it now, okay? The elect going to get it. They got it back then, they're going to get it now, okay?
And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them.
that's what you guys are doing. You speaking evil against the men of the Lord, the men of YAHAWASHI. It's gonna be a recompense for that. Okay. You got famine coming. Okay. You got pestilence coming. Okay. Race wars coming. All right. All right. Concentration camps. Okay. The hour of temptation when they come down hard with this RFID microchip. Okay. And if you don't get that, you're gonna be put to death. Okay. And if they don't get you, the missiles guaranteed to get you, okay? Them ICBM missiles guaranteed to get you, man. Okay? Them intercontinental ballistic missiles gonna get you, okay? 200 million gonna get you, okay? The Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi gonna rain fire on this place, alright? You gonna catch a missile with your teeth, my man. So, you know, with that, I want to say all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Shalom, and I want to say honors and salutations, Shlakia, to you Akim out there, man, who's doing his work with true sincerity, and we defenders of the gospel. All right, we are defending this gospel with all vigor, man, because we have the truth, man. All right, you guys gonna get confounded to come up against men of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying, and it's been evident that Great Millstone, we have the truth, okay? Starting with the elder apostles, man. The elder apostles to her on down, man. We have the truth here at Great Millstone, man. All right, and you know, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, you brothers out there have been edified. You know what I'm saying. Till next time, shalom.